What's up, everybody? This is Danny Mathematics here with another example to explore, guys. And today, guys, I want to go over example 5 of how to solve word problems that deal with simple interest, right? And remember, guys, simple interest is just the accumulated value or the value that accumulated on top of the principal or the start amount, all right? Or the initial amount that was either given or borrowed, okay? So once again, that is an example of simple interest, okay? So let's just look at this example, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and read example 5. It says Randy is investing $9,000 in a high yield savings account. Annually, his account is rewarded with an interest rate of 6.5%. How much equity will Randy's account earn over a span of 15 years, okay? So equity is just another word for interest gain or value gain. That's just another word for interest gain or value gain, right? So we want to know, guys, how much will his investment increase in value over a span of 15 years if the investment is getting hit with a 6.5 interest rate increase, okay? So once again, guys, he invested $9,000, but I can assure you that after 15 years, due to this interest rate that grows the investment or grows the value of the investment by 6.5% annually, after 15 years, he will have more money. The investment will be worth more money than $9,000, okay? So once again, guys, because there's an interest rate on top of the $9,000 investment, after 15 years, that interest rate is gonna grow the investment to a higher value, okay? So with that being said, guys, of course, when we're looking at simple interest, we have to follow this formula, which is I, which is simple interest, or the value that's gained over time. I equals P. P is the principal or the start amount, all right? P is the principal or the start amount. I equals P times R. R is the interest rate, all right? And then T is time, but time is only in years because simple interest only hits an account or hits a loan annually. That means one time per year, okay? So T is time, but that's time in years. So this is the formula, guys, in order for us to find out how much equity will Randy's account earn over a span of 15 years, okay? So let's go ahead and solve, guys. Let's go ahead and start off with P. P is the principal or the start amount, right? Remember, P is the principal or rather known as the start amount, okay? So whenever you hear me say principal, I'm talking about the initial amount that was invested or taken out as a loan, whatever the problem is asking, right? Or telling us, okay? So the principal or the start amount that was invested was $9,000. Cool. All right. The interest rate that's going to allow his investment to grow over time is 6.5%. That is the interest rate that is rewarding the account annually, right? So the interest rate in R, remember, guys, R is interest rate. All right, interest rate, that is 6.5%, but remember, guys, we have to change the interest rate from a percent to a decimal. So 6.5% actually equals 0.065 as a decimal. Okay? There you go. All right, and then last but not least, guys, we got to look at the time span, and they want to know, guys, how much equity, right, or value that the investment will grow over time after a span of 15 years, okay? So the time is 15 years. 15 years. All right. So guys, we have successfully labeled all parts that are within the formula, the simple interest formula. Once again, The principal, the start amount is $9,000. The interest rate is 6.5%, which is 0.065 as a decimal. And the time span that they want us to check is over a span of 15 years, okay? So all we need to do, guys, is just plug in these values into this formula to find out how much equity, right, or interest the account will increase or earn over the next 15 years, okay? So let's go ahead and do that, guys. So I have I equals, once again, I'm just following this. P is 9,000. Times R is, once again, 6.5%, but I have to use the decimal version, which is 0.065. Okay, times 15 years. Okay, now I'm going to get a calculator, guys, and all you have to do, guys, is multiply those three numbers together, guys. 9,000 times 0.065 times 15 gives me an equity of $8,775, right? So this is how much equity will be added to the account over a span of 15 years, right? So the account will increase by, right? The account or the investment, I keep on saying account. In this particular problem, they're talking about investment, which can be an account too, whatever, right? But the investment after 15 years, right, will increase by $8,775. So if that's the case, guys, even though this is the correct answer, there's one more thing that I personally want us to find. If it's going to increase this much over the next 15 years, then how much will the investment be worth after 15 years, right? So we're going to find the imbalance. So we want to find the imbalance. So imbalance, guys, right, is just the principal plus the equity or interest that has gained or increased over time. That's it. So it's simply just P plus the value of I. That's it, guys. Okay, once again, guys, the initial investment was $9,000. So the investment was worth $9,000 plus the interest that was gained was $8,775. And then if you add that, let me get a calculator. If you add that up, then after 15 years, the account will be worth $17,775. Thank you so much, guys, for y'all tuning in. I will talk to you next time. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.